Hello and welcome back everyone to a new episode of Loremaster Leveling. So we are back in Stranglethorn here. For the eagle-eyed viewers, you can see that the date has changed quite a bit since the last time I recorded. So if I look at my notes here, it says that I'm supposed to be talking about the Zandalari Troll Wars in Kalimdor with you. But it's exam season. Yesterday it was Halloween. For me it's still Night of the Walking Horrors and stuff like that. I had to hand in an essay today and tomorrow is a hugely important exam. So all I have in my head is basically phonology and generative syntax. So you will have to forgive me if I do get into that when I read quest text out for you. And I'm just not prepared to talk about the Zandalari Wars today. We will just do some casual normal leveling while I ramble and spot silly spelling mistakes like these by poor old Zimwald here, who is trying to invite us to his or her guild, which we are clearly not going to do. Anyway, we need 11 more shrunken heads, 7 more Zuldalian fetishes, and 1 heart of Nalais. So let's try and do that today while we just chill out a bit and try to forget about the horrible stuff that is going on in terms of studying. If you're in the same position as me, hopefully you can do that as well. If not, just enjoy and watch the show as I'm trying to basically just chill out for a bit. Yeah, probably should be studying, but hey, you can't be studying all the time, and my head is just overflowing with nice things like empty category things and operators and what have you. For those of you who are not linguists, catch yourself lucky, you don't have to know anything about that. For those of you who are functionalists, you're in the same boat. And for those of you who study generative grammar like me, hopefully you don't have to write an exam on that. If you do, good luck. Anyway, we managed to get our fetishes. Now let's go and get... No, we managed to get our shrunken heads. Now let's go and get our fetishes. We can get them here on the beach as well. If I remember correctly, these are actually clickable objects on the ground. So let's go and have a look around these ruins here and see if we can find some of them. It's been, as I said, quite some time since I last played, so I've completely forgotten what we were doing in terms of quests, how we were supposed to do all of these. But luckily I can still read my interface though, and clearly we were supposed to summon our lovely little lash-tail hatchling. It's supposed to dig up said fetishes for us, so let's do that. Hopefully we can also remain in stealth a bit, so he can do that without us outgrowing all of the trolls around here. That's actually a nice mechanic, yeah. The hatchling doesn't seem to be aggroing any of the trolls, and we can just stay in stealth while it hatches the fetishes for us without us having to aggro anything. So let's go here, nicely avoiding all the combat, all the extra XP and money as well, but also making this quest a tad bit quicker. Well, probably not by that much, since we're doing quite a bit of damage still, and we could kill stuff anyway while the hatchling decides to unbury the fetishes. So yeah, but I do like this mechanic of just staying in stealth and chilling out while the hatchling does all the work. What are pets for if not that, after all? So we have 5 fetishes out of 8. Let's go and find 3 more. Oh, here we go. He gives us his little raptor call or whatever that's supposed to be, telling us, yo, I found a fetish. And there we go, it's undug. Come on, throw it to us. There we go. 2 more fetishes. Come on. Alright, there you found another one. While you're digging that up, okay, Heart of Nayas, sorry, pronunciation, is there on that island, so we will have to swim over there once we are done here. If you could find, yeah, we go, you found 1 more fetish for us. Oh, you found it in the ruins actually. doing some advanced raptor stuff and walking right through the wall there. Tiny game bug, but hey, maybe raptors have wall walking capacities, or maybe you have turned into a ghost raptor in honor of Halloween. Why are you going for another fetish there? We already have 8 of them. Well, we will just continue to our last quest here, the unusual patron, by summoning the water elemental of Nyas, however you want to pronounce that. Sorry, phonology getting in the way, getting all too prone to overthink simple stuff like pronunciation of arbitrary and completely made up names in fantasy universes. That is what linguistics does to you, I'm afraid. Anyway, let's go here and get the heart of said water elemental. If we can just swim a tad bit quicker. Don't we have our rocket boots, by the way? I mean, I do remember goblins having rocket boots. Oh, we have the... We don't need the banker, but we want the rocket jump. Let's put that here. There we go. Breaking stealth, but managing to move a tiny bit quicker. Do we need anything to summon Nyas? It doesn't seem to be saying that we do, so just going to activate the item here, the gift of Nyas, on this altar, summoning a lovely little water elemental and then promptly killing it, and hopefully not pulling any of the other water elementals in this area. Come on. You are obviously not happy that we've challenged you, but sadly, we do need your heart. We didn't quite manage to kill him quick enough to avoid pulling that water elemental, but hey, it is just extra XP as far as I'm concerned. So let's go kill that water elemental and then turn in all these quests and see where the quest chain leads us next. Alright. In the spirit of Halloween, I do hope you've all had a lovely weekend with lots of partying and less studying. If you had to study like me, hopefully that went well too, and you didn't forget to have some fun in the meantime. If you generally just don't celebrate Halloween, I hope you had a fun weekend nonetheless. I personally don't celebrate Halloween that much, but I was dragged to a lovely Halloween party. When was this? Last? I have no clue when that was. Anyway, I think it was during the weekend. I was dragged to a lovely Halloween party anyway. This year I didn't go costumed as anything, just stressed out version of myself. Not last year. Well, last year I was in Mexico, so had a proper Dia de los Muertos experience there. But the day before that I went as Che, which was surprisingly easy costume to make. Was also a great hit, especially with the real-life smoking cigar that people did envy. So, if you need any tips for next year, there you go. Go as Che. Anyway, let's swim a bit here. Nice how Argus really reflects on the water here. Shows that I'm finally playing this on a actually good computer, not just your old crappy shitty laptop. Because I can see things like high quality reflections in the water, which I couldn't before. All these tiny little details that I normally don't even pay attention to, probably because I normally don't play on machines or rigs that can show them to me, and when I actually do, I'm suddenly gobsmacked that I do see them. Anyway, looks pretty. Let's go into Gromgol base camp here. We are, by the way, halfway through the Let's Play series here for the level 1 to 60 content. There will be an agenda video probably released Friday or Saturday, sometime soon after my exam is finished, where I will basically, not due to the anything, but, well, due to the exam, but anyway, agenda video. let's not ramble too much. I will be releasing an agenda video where we will be talking about the content schedule for this coming month, it being November. How many rings do we have here? Let's get this one then. So, the plan that I have, since we are having 2 DLCs coming up, one for EU4 and one for Crusader Kings 2, is to play both of them. But I don't have time to record all of these things if I'm going to plan to release a video for every single Let's Play series that I start doing on a daily basis. So since WoW and Tourney are the Let's Play series that, while they are watched fairly frequently and consistently, are watched the least, and they take the most preparation and energy out of me basically recording them, I'm going to put them together into one category where I will be releasing WoW videos every second day and Tourney videos the other day. So the Loremaster leveling series and the Tourney series will be going on half schedule while I play some CK2, because I'm super excited about that DLC. We will be playing Jade Dragon, I believe it's called, so adds interactions with China, all that nice sort of stuff. And since my favorite region to play is the Transoxanian Steppe and Persia, we will be doing lots of stuff with China anyway, so we will be doing that. So let's turn this quest in. While we're at it, we will just be getting money and XP. So here we get introduced to a new troll called Ganzula, and he's a big troll. So the skull speaks once more. So the skulls that we just handed in here. My soul is ready, but my body is not. Those blood scalps desecrated my old body long ago. The horrors that they inflicted upon me, my spirit watched on while they tore my body apart, and I can't go on. Their chief, Ganzula, presided over the gruesome acts. In fact, if memory serves, he was a strong, powerful troll, about the same size as I was. What a fine coincidence. You know what to do, Goblin, make it quick.
What's beyond your mind?
So, our troll spirit here wants a body, and we are to provide him one. And here we have Nezlog the Dyer, another troll. So, Yeniku, our troll here, that we are talking about for the quest, was not among the heads, and I thank the Great Serpent for it. But we are no closer to finding him. We must know the truth, and I fear that only the Blood Skull Witch Doctor will know it. He is an enemy of the Darkspear tribe and will not speak freely, so we must force the truth from his dead lips. Bring me the head of Nezlog the Dyer and place it within a cauldron. He's deep within Zulkunda. Bring his head and we will make it talk.
Stay away from the voodoo.
Yeah, you tell us to stay away from the voodoo, but clearly we are helping you with a voodoo ritual. If I'm interpreting this correctly. Which I assume I am, but hey, there's been a bit of time lag since we last talked to you, so maybe I might not. If I'm talking shite, put that down in the comments, or otherwise just despair silently as you watch this. Alright, an unusual patron, let's give him the 2 things there. The gift and heart of Nyas. I can feel the raw power contained in this gem, Tefrona. I'll send it to Silvermoon for Magisters to study further, but I'm sure it will prove useful in our struggle against the Yamani. Your help has been invaluable in procuring this gem, and I will see to it that the Fast Riders know the name of the Goblin who made this possible. Alright, so we get leather shoulders. You want more help though, so the hunt. Of all the places to end up across Azeroth, I'm stuck here in Gromgol. With the marauding wildlife, the caravan raids, and the constant threat of troll attacks, I'm surprised I've survived for this long. Could be worse, I suppose. At least here in Gromgol, we have walls and guards. There's a group of hunters up north that set up camp right in the middle of the jungle. I see people heading there all the time. If you're looking for trouble, feel free to head up there. I'll stick with my Grumgol. Why do you think we're heading up for trouble?
Justice.
Anyway, that is our introduction quest to the Nezingberry camp here. Which shoulders do we want? Get stamina? Yeah, we want these ones. Good. Alright, the Nezingberry camp where previously before, I believe, Wrath of the Lich King, Nezingberry Senior was, letting us kill all sorts of wildlife in huge quantities. Now it's his son Junior there. Obviously a real life reference for those of you who don't know to Hemingway and his memoirs of Africa. So we have a population control quest here by Farsia Mokthardin. So let's read it before we head to our hunter camp. I understand you may be headed to Zulkunda soon. Oh, you overheard our conversation then. Good for you. While you're there, I have a small task for you. The trolls are outgrowing Stranglethorn, the blood sculp in the west, the skull splitters in the east. They pour out of the ruins and into the jungle, disrupting the natural balance of the region. Wait, are you a druid? I mean, you're wearing sort of druid gear, but I'm pretty sure you're a shaman. And you're talking druid stuff to us. Interesting. Anyway, it is time we restored that balance. Zulkunda is the blood scalp capital. Inside you will find the most high-ranking blood scalp. Reduce their numbers and then return to me. I mean, I'm not sure if reducing their numbers directly, culls their population that much. I mean, we are killing random people too, not just leaders. But unless only leaders are allowed to mate, I'm pretty sure they can replace the 22 odd people that we kill. Then again, this is an MMO, and the law dictates that any quest that we do is not supposed to be a singular quest that only we do. Lots of other players do it for Mr. Farseer / Druid as well, so if about 100 people do it, then we put a sizable dent into the troll population. So Zulkunda ruins are over there on that plateau. So let's do those quests first, head to Grumgol, and probably then go to Nezingberry in the next episode. We have about 5 minutes left. This time I actually did set up my timer. So let's see how many quests we can do in 5 minutes. Probably none of these, but we will do some progress in them anyway. I at least plan to do so. Knowing myself though, I'm very good at knowing where where stuff is on maps, but as you know, I'm very prone to getting lost. It is, after all, apparently two completely separate skills, knowing where place A and B are on a map and knowing how to get from A to B. At least, as far as the experience on this channel serves, that has been proven. So, yeah. And as I'm speaking of getting lost or not knowing the way from A to B, we are currently struggling with getting up this hill / outlook into Zulkunda. We managed to do so, however. Let's see if we can't stealth through all of these raptors, avoiding killing the wildlife even further as we try to save it from the marauding skull splitters. No, blood scalps here. Oh, yes, good. Nice thing with Goblin models being so small, we can just stealth right underneath the razor sharp claws of the raptors without being seen. But yeah, when we get to the Nezingberry camp, we will promptly decide to be a even more menacing threat to the wildlife though than these blood sculpt trolls are, as he will ask us to kill lots of panthers and raptors. Anyway, let's kill trolls. That is our quest for now after all. Let's eviscerate you and kill you. Oh, let's heal. Apparently we did manage to... Let's blind you. Nice thing having so much CC now. So let's go here. We managed to actually... hopefully... Wait, what? Oh dear. I was going here, we're not going to die, but apparently we managed to die anyway. Since we pulled that one patrol without me noticing. Clearly we are... and there's the timer. Clearly I was getting way ahead of myself and getting way too overconfident with the amount of abilities I have. But hey, we did manage to get a nice usage of blind in there. And I'm fairly certain we would have managed to not die there had it not been for that patrol. I think this is death number 10. Let's have a quick look at our statistics. No, it's only death number 8. We're actually doing quite well. It's only been one death every... what is this? Well, 8 point something levels. So not too bad. No, sorry, 3 point something levels, sorry. So not too bad. Could be better, but could be worse as well. So let's go and get to our corpse here and then call it an episode, and we will continue with these quest chains in the next one. And here we have our corpse. I do want to loot these things though before I call it an episode, just in case we find something interesting here. We did not though, but anyway, as always, my name's been Sneaky Bard. Thank you for watching, you've been absolutely awesome. I'll see you in the next episode. If you did like this episode, do give me a like and do subscribe. Until the next one, bye bye.